Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech Feedback, where we respond to your viewer questions. Let's start with Bang Your Facebook Friends.
Yeah, so
that was a popular video.
That was a very popular video. So there's this new site where you can bang your friends on Facebook. Anyway, we covered it. It was bizarre. The final dude commented saying, "I love how they're hiring. I mean, I work for Bang with Friends Facebook app. Would look so cool in the resume, wouldn't it? Haha, nice. Professional website. Also, if only those skills were used in something actually useful." I don't know. I think
it's useful.
It's useful, yeah. You know, you have to. Someone has to code it, right?
Right. Yeah.
There were also a lot of negative comments about my tuxedo shirts, but we'll get to that at the end. I wore another one for you guys, so enjoy that. Also, Yuri Yanu wrote in saying, "Don't bang Annie. You'll find out she's your sister in the next movie."
That sounds like an awful French movie or something. And
Don't bang Annie. That sounds like a dirty Milton Bradley game. Don't bang Annie. All right. So the next one is 3D printing hamburgers in homes. That was when I was talking about how 3D printers are actually now being used to print meat. Anyway,
it's making me hungry. It sounds delicious.
No, I would never
Actually
eat.
not delicious.
No. Which is why Tomas Koristrika, I'm sorry I mangled that name. I more like see the potential of this in medicine. Imagine that you could grow new organs, diabetes would be solved, cancer won't exist, and maybe if we could find out how to transfer memories, etc. from our brain, we could live forever.
I like the way you think, Tomas.
Right, but also 3D printers, they've actually been bioprinting ears, and they do take, they've been like transferring them onto mice. Have you seen that? There's like a mouse that has an ear on its back. They can hear everything coming. It can hear the cat from a mile away. But yeah, they have been using it to print body parts already, experimenting with it. And they do take forever.
All right, moving on to blackmail businesses with reviewer card. This was the card that you can flash to waiters or at any type of business, letting them know that you intend to review the business. So therefore, they better treat you like a king. And not surprisingly, people didn't like this too much. Raymond99 comments, "So a card that certifies you as an a-hole." That one had 52 upvotes, and that pretty much hits it on the head.
Yeah. It's also like my license.
Yeah. And Just for a Chuckle writes, "Reviewer card equals I'm a wanker," which is just another term for a-hole. "I own a restaurant and have done so for 10 years. If someone flashed that card in my establishment, they would be escorted off the premises and told to never come back." Yes, and I know that especially if you've worked in the restaurant business at any point in your life, it's just a dick move. Right. Don't get that.
Right. No. The guy just wants $100 from people.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to Vine's porn problem. For some people, this isn't so much a problem. Steve the movie, the game writes, "Problem? It's the reason why I downloaded the app. Just kidding. Kinda. I got you, Steve. Yeah." Salantos Mexicanos writes, "The app crashed every time I tried to open it." Me too. I still am not able to open this app,
really?
Which is guarantees that I'm never going to use it.
Wow.
It's just annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that guy's name was the guy before. His name was Steve the movie, the game.
Yeah.
Great name.
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway.
And Butterfly Christie has kind of a balanced view, saying, "Sorry, it's not really a problem, except they should either let people know they may see 18 and over stuff in the app beforehand or remove it," which is a very reasonable approach. It's as long as there aren't kids on there and stuff.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube to start charging you. This was a story about YouTube offering some premium content that you would pay anywhere from $1 to $5 a month for. This inspired a lot of passionate responses on both sides. Car Crazy 2622 writes, "No, we have cable TV for that." No meaning, no, I will not pay for that.
Right.
iJared97 writes, "Yes, if it gets rid of the ads on the videos." That's a good point. The ads have kind of, they're annoying to some people.
Right.
So that might be maybe a balanced way.
But I, for one, watch every ad on the Tech Feed channel, all of them.
Yes, the ads on our channel are wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. X-Lanks X writes, "Depends on the content. If A&E were to start a YouTube channel that I could subscribe to, then absolutely. If I could stream the Supercross instead of having to pay for satellite or cable TV, for sure." That was kind of the consensus, was that it depends on the content.
Right.
If it's really great stuff, then why not pay $1 a month for it?
Yeah, I mean, it could possibly be the start of that whole a la carte cable thing that a lot of people, it's this pie in the sky idea that may never happen, but this could be a way to get it to happen.
Yeah. And finally, Stephen writes, I'd pay for tech feed in TFN. Thanks.
I would too. Good job, Steven.
You can send the checks directly to me.
And me. Yeah. Mostly me. I'm poor.
All right, BlackBerry 10 launches, but is it enough? BlackBerry 10 hit the streets a couple days ago, and Tom Rich writes, with the current app selection, no, it will not succeed. Tom is also a fellow YouTuber, so hey, Tom.
Hey.
Hi, holla. MadMax01992 writes, I'm an iOS and Android user. I wouldn't be getting a BlackBerry 10, but I'm interested to try it out in a shop at least, and interested to see if it saves them or not. I kind of agree. It actually, to me, it looked like a good product. It's just a question of whether they're a little too late.
Right.
As TechMonkey74 writes, too little, too late. Both iOS and Android can now do most, if not all, of your business needs. Yes.
This is totally true.
Yeah.
Totally true.
I feel a little bad for BlackBerry. I want them to.
I want them to succeed, but at the same time, it's like they're a little long in the tooth, and it took them so long to come out with this. So,
yeah.
Live and learn. All right. Finally, one of our stories was about the Surface Pro and how it's a storage ripoff. Well, Steve Finley wrote in saying, this cannot be compared to an iPad, people. It's a full Intel i5 CPU. Think of it more of it as a MacBook Air, only in tablet form. Yeah, it's totally true. But if we were talking about the usable space, and if you're talking about pure usable space and not what's underneath the hood, the 128 gig MacBook Air ships with about 120 gigs of usable space. So it's more than what's shipping with the current Surface Pro. So yeah, there's that to think about. Also, Dev518 wrote in saying, I have to agree that the Surface shouldn't be compared to the iPad. I feel that these devices mostly appeal to different markets. And yeah, they shouldn't be compared to the iPad because it is, fully functional PC. However, Joe Consumer, which, is going to be buying this, is going to look at it as a tablet. My parents, I know my parents, your parents probably as well, are going to be like, oh, that's another tablet. Why would I get this instead of the iPad? That's why you're comparing the two, because even though it's something more, consumers aren't going to see that. And which is probably exactly why Apple came out and said, hey, we're doing a 128 gig iPad. You guys can get that for $200 cheaper than the Surface Pro. So anyway, Eaz Rapson wrote in saying, iPad 4, 128 gigabyte, was totally gonna get the Surface, but this video totally changed my mind. There you go, Joe Consumer.
That is power.
Joe
that
Consumer,
is power.
right there for you.
Is that all the comments?
It is. That's all the comments, kind of. So last week I wore my red tuxedo shirt. By the way, guys, I have 27 of these ruffled tuxedo shirts now. A lot of people ask me why I have them. When I was a single man, if you wore this tuxedo shirt out to a bar, you would never need an opening line with a woman. They just come up to you and start talking. Even when I was in the office.
Really?
Yes.
That surprises me for some reason.
Really? Because in the office, I was about to say, because in the office, even Chastity, our associate producer, came up to me when I was wearing that shirt. She's like, whoa, that is a cool shirt. I'm gonna name that En Fuego. She actually named this one Peaches and Cream. She started naming all of the shirts. Point being, they work, guys. Try it. Get one of these 1970s ruffled tuxedo shirts. Every day will be business, formal, casual for you. It'll be great. So get one of those shirts. But we're gonna leave you with a little in memoriam for El Fuego as we roll all of the negative comments I got.
Does that mean you're not gonna wear the shirts anymore?
No, I'm gonna wear the shirts every day now. Just for you guys. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for you. Stay tuned for that fun little clip, and we'll see you next week right here on Tech Feedback.